Hey guys, it's Quinitra. I don't know why it's so low in here. It's not like that when I'm doing what you call it. When I was sitting here before the camera came on, it's pretty bad. Come in here. Um, I'm in one of my little down pit moments right now. When I think about my life, and I think about everything and everybody in it. Um, some things can be emotional, but for some of the parts, when people start to treat you different. When people treat you different, and you just kind of wonder what happened. I'm eating candy and had a nutrageous bar. But I think about life, and you know, it could be a million people who could dislike or like you. For people who get appraised, isn't it about what God thinks about that person? You can have everyone in the world that hates you, and you make it into heaven. Isn't it what God thought about you and not them? You got all this get all the getting around you that you could have, and we don't take advantage of get all the getting that we can get. The higher that I go up in God, I've been getting more persecution. I know the most amazing women and men of God who go through stuff in their families. And then I know some people who don't go through anything like that. They just serve God and they trust God. And God is just awesome. He's wonderful. He's amazing. So, with all the knowledge that you learn from me, other men and women and men of God, online, life, TV, movies, scriptures, God Himself, yourself. Don't let it go. In every generation, history repeated itself. We're not going to get away with nothing. We're going to have our own set of troubles that'll be written out for our generation, unfortunately, as men and women of God. I'm sorry, guys, my feet hurt. I'm in my back a little bit. I'm going to sit down. I got this nice set in my bathroom now, as far as my set for the bathroom. So just be thinking about yourself and thinking about your life and your family, because as the days circle around, you have stuff that you need to do every day. And what you need to do every day is find out a way to love people. People you run into, people who you need to forgive and pray for. Master it. Build a relationship with God. We got this small circle. Some of you guys haven't traveled like outside of Texas like me and stuff like that. Do something good. Do something nice for somebody. Stop telling God it's so hard and just give Him some time. Spend some time with the Father. I understand that you're going through something, but here's the thing about me. I don't encourage sin, but you know what I can't do, like a lot of pastors do? They judge you. They're imperfect. They lay your imperfectness on you and their giftings. And that's something that I have no tolerance for. I don't need to lay my frustrations, my evilness upon nobody. You're God's child. And that's that. We shouldn't hold people so close in a way that God never intended or asked for us to. But we tend to do that, don't we? We were talking about in the group chat. He who is without sin cast the first stone. But guess what? If God would have did that, and he was in a pillar of sand with a prostitute thrown down, do you know how many people in our generation would cast that stone? Just enough for Jesus to turn around and curse you for what you did? Because we always overlook each other. We want to point out. It could be a real or a false flaw. It could be something God really said or he didn't. Or we just have this strong delusion that God said it. Do you know that there are demonic spirits that send deceptional, delusional dreams? And you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference because it's so strong and you need the hand of God to pull it off. I have been through so much. I experienced so much spiritual activity that sometimes I feel like talking about it, sometimes I don't. But am I still experiencing dreams and visions? Yes, I am. And I could feel, and my spiritual eyes are open. There are so many things out there that people go through that's of God that somebody else has never went through. Is that person considered a Satanist or a witch or ungodly? To a lot of people, yes. We are used to seeing God in people with no power. So when we see it, we're ready to call somebody out of their league. I'm not talking about just me, guys. I'm talking about general, globally. You know, this is happening. This is real time. This is real talk. This is for real. And we want to change and be different. We want to come out of prayer and we want to be different. We want God to do something for us. I don't know if I shared this dream with you guys, but I had a dream that I was going up in the elevator on the 75th floor. And then I was supposed to walk around with somebody and they were supposed to show me around this place. And it had so many levels inside of this place. And I got on the elevator and people were getting on with me. And I was like, oh my gosh. You know, please stop touching all these buttons. I was just like really scared. I was like, please stop touching all these buttons. I was on the 75th floor and we went way up. And all of a sudden we went. And I was like, oh my God, God, take me out, please, God, take me out, please, take me out of this elevator, you know, oh God, please get me out, and I was just freaking out, and I just remembered, like, I was like, where's the person at, where are we going, you know, he was just like, you know, don't worry about it, you know, you missed the trip. He just said meet him back down at the main office. I was just like, oh my gosh. I never understood that dream, you know, right now to this particular point, but I'm pretty sure later on, you know, it's gonna make sense to me later. I don't know why it's so dark. I don't know, guys. Hopefully that this thing doesn't come out like this. You know, that it's so dark like this. But I have been experiencing, you know, some spiritual things in the house as well. You know, good and bad. And, you know, you always got to pray. You always have to pray. And, you know, this area that I live in is considered to be a lot of attack of the area. But you just have to pray. You just have to pray. You have to ask God to be with you and to be with you and protect you. But the thing about it is Jesus, he went to a lot of places. Jesus visited a lot of places, and he was always around prostitutes. He was in the middle of the demons. He was in the middle of people and Pharisees, people always saying crazy stuff to him and everything. So I just want to think about God. I'm not here to judge. And the thing in my mind is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people find me kind of, you know, off to them. But I want to know what God is saying. I don't want to know what anybody else is saying. I want to know what God is saying. I want to know what God is saying. Nobody else. I don't want to know flesh opinion. I don't want to see somebody's imperfect side, because sometimes it could deter you seeing a real man and woman of God. I'm distanced with real men and women of God. I distance myself because they're imperfect and so am I. And I don't want to be familiar. I don't want to ever be familiar. Is like asking somebody for some socks and they let you borrow it the first time, but after that, because you're so good with them, you feel like you don't have to ask anymore. You're just gonna go pull the socks and just do it. And that's not of God. And that's just certain things, some people can feel like they're bougie, and I can understand where some people are coming from, because I'm the type of person, I don't like familiarity. Someone talking to you a certain way, especially I've had people say just, wrong things about my YouTube channel. They never really just came out and just said, oh, like, hey, good YouTube channel, but just kind of like going around the bush. And like for me, I'm a very, very, very different kind of woman of God. I'm just different, and I'm off with God. And, I'm here for God and here for the things that God wants to do. And I just want to fulfill the mission in God and love on everyone and do what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to steer somebody the wrong way or say something wrong or encourage somebody to do sin or do anything crazy like that. I just want to do what God is asking me to do. And I want to say the things that God is asking me to say and pray the things that God is asking me to pray. And I just want to live right, and I want to change. I'm serious about changing. I may be the most imperfect person with all this stuff that you see on my page, but that's my past, and I'm going forward to the future. And if I can do all the things that I did, of course you're gonna get persecuted for it. If I can do all the things that I did, and you do things too, just know that God is there for you and He loves you. He's not gonna sit there and listen to other people, the way that people talk. People are wrong with their opinions and everything like that, and let God deal with people. You forgive them and let God deal with people. Let God deal with people. And you love on yourself. And you forgive other people. You be the bigger person. Because obviously they're not going to be the bigger person for you. They're not. So just do what God is asking you to do. Because time is not going to keep going for the next 100 years. I can't even guarantee you that there's going to be 100 years left. That's how mad God is. That's how mad He is. God is wrapping this world up. Why? Because as He looks on, He don't want it to go from year 2020 to year 3000 or 3078 or 2078. He is not trying to tarry that long like that. He's not. God is done. We bad down here. We got issues and problems that we ain't trying to fix. We're unforgiving. And you know what? Do you think, I'm going to tell you something. God ain't just looking at the world. He's looking at His people in the church. He's like, man, let me close this door. These people down here having sex, being gay. This is not my actions. Man, I'm about to curse so-and-so. I'm about to cut him off from the tree of life. This brother, this woman is bickering, having sex, wearing stuff. I'm talking to her. They ain't listening. I'm trying to tell them to stop. Stop representing me that way. And you messing up my kingdom. You blocking people from coming to my kingdom. Well, on to you, brother, sister. Man. Oh my God. Listen. I got room only to change and be right. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's it. I gotta go, guys. I'm sitting here thinking upon this today. So much I'm thinking about today. I be sitting there just thinking. But you know what, though? I'd rather be off the earth as well, because you can't even give sometimes a decent man or woman of God to come up to you. They so caught up in their messages, they can't even shake your hand or say hi to the people under their page. And it's supposed to be about souls. I'm ready to cut the camera off. It's supposed to be about souls, right? Now, it's not a personal judgment. It's, I don't know, something's wrong. Jesus was one-on-one with the people. And if God was here right now, do you think He'd be on the telephone? Come on. They gonna make me cut this camera off. God ain't gonna be on the telephone. He gonna be outside talking to people. He gonna be outside talking to people, ministering to crowds, trying to feed them and stuff like that. God was real. He was out for the prostitute, the murderer, whatever he was out for. He even had mercy on the murderer and let the murderer make his own decision. God is so loving. We so wrong to tell God that he don't love us. We so wrong for the things that we do. And we treat him just like people. So why do we want God to come down in? That's why he up there. And we down here. You guys be blessed.